i-inform natin daw kasi this is an official duty. Okay? So next time, sino ba yung kanina? Yung sa secretariat, yung nag-roll call. Gano'n na?
Yes,
so,
sir.
Dapat yun, beforehand, mga 30 minutes before or 15 minutes before, nandito ka na, tinitingnan mo kung sino nandito sa loob. Tapos yun na lang ililista mo. So, pag umpisa natin, yun ang i-report mo. Tapos yung wala, i-report mo rin, pero with the following reasons. So, yung gano'n. O pwede siya magpaalam sa inyo kung tropa mo yun o barkada mo yun, gusto mo siyang i-save, sir, ano lang, ganito. Ayos lang yun, basta it is on record. Yung ano natin, para official yun, kasi official ano itong trabaho natin para maliwanag, okay? Sino yung nag-report kanina? Anong pangalan nun?
Christine po yung sir. I was told to read the roll call just now, sir, kaya ngayon ko lang po nabasa.
Ano daw?
Christine po yung sir.
Okay, si Christine.
Yes.
So, ganun, Christine, susunod.
Noted po. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Sige, with that siguro, we have a quorum. Then, let's proceed, Secretariat. What do you have for today? What's your agenda?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. But before anything else, sir, it is to be informed lang po that this proceeding is being recorded. Then, for the first agenda of this meeting, sir, is the adoption of the method of procurement for the various projects as contained in the notice of meeting. It shall be noted that these procurement projects, which mostly small value procurements, were already assessed and evaluated by the end user and procurement division, and they recommended the methods of procurement as shown in this table, sir.
Okay, paki-share, Attorney Bud.
Can you see this, sir, yung document reader natin? It is
Hindi, nakikita natin kaya lang maliit
Yes, sir.
Yung full blown mo, yung full screen.
Okay, sir. Sir Mike.
Sino ba yung nag-ano?
Okay, sir. First,
Yung bang mapalaki?
yan, sir.
Hindi, yung
Sir, if I may suggest.
Sige, Norik.
Apo. Sir BGA, I would suggest, sir, in your interface, you can click the pin so it will be focused on your screen, sir.
Ganun. Sorry, low tech ako
Yes, sir.
Close ko.
Meron pong pin icon, sir, on the left side of the microphone icon.
Ayun. Tanggalin mo. Thank you, Norik, Sorry,
Welcome, sir.
Hindi ako masyadong well-versed dito sa maganto, Hanggang PowerPoint lang ako, Sige, salamat.
You're welcome, sir.
Kita na po, sir. Mas better na yun, no?
Sobrang laki naman ngayon.
Isa-isahin na lang namin, sir. So, first first project is from the AFS, modification of funds for polishing of Tagaytay Radar, GAD, and VIP building in the amount of 350 pesos. The end user recommended that it be small value procurement, Mr. Chair.
Please state the reason din, Secretariat, bakit that will fall sa small value procurement.
May I ask?
Record.
Yes, sir. May I ask the end user why they recommend for the small value procurement from the AFS? End user representative, please. For this project.
Hindi, Mr. Chair, hindi na-imbita si Mel.
Nasa notice, sir?
I am speaking in behalf of...
Diba, invited siya si Mel Reyes, Miles. Invited siya wala ba siya dito sa loob?
Try ko na lang tawagan, sir.
Ang ano ko dito is the member of the of the BAC can takes place of the end user. Yan muna natin, in the proper perspective lang. Attorney Ding, tama ba yun? Pwede ba yun? Kaya sabi
Sir.
ni Attorney Ding, ayaw niyang umaattend dahil
Sir,
Sorry, sir. Hindi ko masyado naintindihan yung question kasi naghang yung laptop.
sir,
Hindi, kasi hindi pa nakapasok o wala si dito, si Mel Reyes, yung end user. Ngayon, tinitake over ni General Milo na kung pwede siya ang act as end user. Ngayon ang tanong ko, is the primary BAC member can take place of the end user?
My opinion on that, sir, the BAC naman talaga can move. Basta may quorum, we can do business. So even if the end user is present, we can process the documents presented. Now, sir, if the secretariat can just show to us the items on the purchase request, we can determine, sir, if it falls under the grounds of small value procurement, which are items that are not readily available off the shelf. So, yan lang po. Pwede lang natin basahin. I-flash lang yung secretariat, yung purchase request.
So, no need na kailangan na iyan si end user dito involved.
Hindi na po, sir. We can proceed, sir. We can
Okay,
determine naman natin by ourselves that the items are not easily readily available.
Pero just the same, dapat yung end user, pag merong siyempre, kumbaga sana binibid out yung niya,
Yes, sir.
yung mga item na gusto niyang i-procure, dapat present siya. Very
Yes,
basic.
We do that, sir, also because if the items are highly technical in nature, like procurement items of ENS and ETS, tapos hindi ko talaga maintindihan reading their documents, deferred talaga yung agenda na yan. But since this is pag small value procurement or if it's just common items like furnitures lang yata to or accessories for the Tagaytay God Center, we can use our own discretion on that, sir.
Okay. So it goes with so we are within the regulation pala.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Miles,
So-
no need to intervene, Miles. So okay na wala pa si Mel. Pero kung i-ever siguro, marami pa dito sa Kwan na item ang dito. Secretariat, somebody should call Mel to pumasok siya dito, baka matanong siya o whatever sa mga susunod na item.
sige sir, will do po. But initially,
Okay,
sir, this also the memo brief recommending for the small value procurement as submitted by Ma'am Melina Reyes. For
Pwede
this project.
basahin na lang yung items in the purchase request.
Okay, sir.
Yung doon na lang sa Kwan, doon sa mayroong table na lang, yung kanina. Yun, doon na lang, yan.
Yes, sir. This project involves supplies like one set foam single.
Now, super liit naman ngayon.
O nga sir, yung PR. Ito kasi yung template for sa PR natin, sir.
Ganon.
Opo.
Hindi, wala ka bang taga taga-PowerPoint man lang? Next time sana, i-PowerPoint man lang ito.
PR.
Ha? Ganun na lang siguro, Secretariat, no? Next time, hindi ko na i-accept pag ganito. Ha? I will accept only presentation that you put on the PowerPoint kahit saan, ha? Yun ang yun ang standard standard way of how to present yung PowerPoint. Yung ganito, last time na to siguro, Attorney Bads, madali lang naman to eh.
Yes, sir.
Kung
Yes, sir. We'll advise accordingly the end user as well, sir. Opo.
Kundi, pagawa mo sa end user.
Opo.
Kung kulang ka sa tao dyan, do ito na PowerPoint presentation para medyo, in fairness din naman sa atin, sa mga members sa atin dito, para at least medyo ayos yung natin. Nakikita ko, nahihirapan kang patagi-tagilid yung mo.
Mr.
Sige.
Chair, I am able to read the items and I can confirm that they are not common office supplies. So it includes foam, pillow, bedsheet, curtain set, curtain rods. So these are not common office supplies. Thus, small value procurement is a proper mode, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so with that siguro, any move to approve this procurement from the, what office is this? Dito sa Kuan.
Mr. Chair, motion.
Sige, go ahead please.
I move for the modification of funds for policing at Tagaytay Radar at GAD and VIP building amounting to 308,350 for its mode of procurement B, small value procurement.
Before we approve the motion here, ang kasi dito ang sabi modification of funds. But why by that but nandito yung modification of funds? Di ba dapat na procurement lang ng mga items na ito? Bakit may modification of funds dito?
I think what I know with this, sir, this is the fund. It should be the issue of funds was already approved.
Kaya nga, oo, kasi dapat dito, hindi yung nakalagay kasi dito yung modification of funds tapos procurement tayo
Yeah, you are correct, Mr. Chair. It should be mawala na dapat yun kasi the approval of the modification of fund was already approved. So, dapat
Kaya nga Secretariat, kindly check on this Sino ba dapat nandun? Secretariat o yung procurement division? Oka, nandiyan ka ba?
The Secretariat will necessarily make the necessary rectification na lang, sir.
Okay, next.
Opo.
Next time you check on this yung mga item na nakalagay dito sa kuwan kasi
Yes, sir.
nandito pa rin modification and policing of Tagaytay then mode of procurement. Pinapa-approve natin yung mode of procurement niya.
Yes, sir.
Then may foundation of funds. So, kindly check all the items dito sa kuwan sa mga natin, mga dokumento natin, no?
Yes, sir. Will do po.
So, Secretariat ba o the procurement division sa ni OCA?
Secretariat na lang po ang gagawa.
Just to make it clear.
Sa Secretariat na lang po, sir.
Secretariat, okay.
Kasi
Secretariat
lang.
will do this, will do this to me.
Yes, sir. Will do po.
Okay, sige. Let's go back to for yung motion mo, Juan Miles. Sige, go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. Before further approval of the motion, may I, for a record, may I just also correct, it should be corrected that it is from the modification as stated there to procurement on the polishing of Tagaytay Radar at GAD and VIP building. So procurement, mawala na sir yung
Modification of funds. Okay.
From there, I will be moving for its approval as mode of procurement and small value procurement.
Okay.
I second the motion, Mr. Chair.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded regarding the small value procurement on the policing of Tagaytay Radar Guard and VIP building is hereby approved. Just the same with yung changing the word here from the modification of funds for the procurement of the policing of Tagaytay Radar Guard and VIP building. Okay? Sige. Next item tayo, Tony Bads.
Next item is the procurements of 64 units fire extinguisher, dry chemical, 50 pieces fire extinguisher, HCFC for various offices at CAC head office in the amount of 438,592 pesos. The end user recommended that it be a small value procurement, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Any comments or motion to approve?
Motion, Mr. Chair, since this is for safety reason, I move for its approval on the procurement of 64 units extinguisher as stated, amounting to 438,592, and its mode of procurement B is small value procurement.
Seconded.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded for the small value procurement of the 64 units fire extinguisher and others in the amount of 438,592 pesos is hereby approved. Okay, next item, Secretariat.
Next item is for the air navigation service, which is the Red Hat subscription renewal for the operation of DMZ servers in ATMZ in the amount of 729,600 pesos, and the end user recommended that it be small value procurement.
Mr. Chair, this is a subscription. I think it's appropriate that it should be direct contracting. Can ANS explain why they are recommending small value procurement? Are there several companies that offer this subscription service?
Any representative from ANS?
Kasi kung Red Hat subscription, from the title, I am already assuming that this is already a specific product or technology.
Definitely, definitely.
And
And
subscription and renewal. So kung subscription yung renewal, dapat direct contracting na. Hindi siya small value procurement. You're not gonna, kaya nga renewal, we're renewing an old contract. Diba?
oo nga naman, tama naman. Bakit ganito pa rin?
Is there an ANS present?
ANS? Mukhang hindi na-review ng ANS to ah. Okay, kung walang walang diyan ng ANS, walang representative. Do they were invited? Alam ba
Sir
nila
Ken,
ito?
are you Sir Ken? Sir Ken,
Sir.
would you
Sir,
know
good
this
afternoon,
product?
Mr. Chair and other BAC members. I'm not the end user for this item, sir, but my understanding is Red Hat is a brand name from IBM. So it's an operating system. And there are many resellers of this operating system, just like Norton antivirus.
Okay.
It is not distributed by Norton company itself. So there are many distributor or reseller of this. Actually, it's a license, for the operating system. So I don't know if this will fall under SBT, but this is my understanding of this procurement, Mr. Chair.
Okay. If there is no ANS representative to explain it further, I respectfully move to defer it.
Okay.
Because Mr. Chair, the explanation of Sir Ken goes against the title itself of the procurement project. Na it is a renewal subscription, pero there are several sellers. So pwede siyang magtugma, but it should be ANS can be better to explain it, the background of this transaction. So I respectfully move to defer to the next BAC meeting, Mr. Chair.
I second the motion.
Okay.
We request the representative of ANS to be present.
Okay. Okay, it has been moved and seconded for the deferment of this item, the subscription and renewal for the operation of DMC servers in ATMC in the next BAC meeting. Hereby approved. Okay. Secretariat, next item please.
Mr. Chair, is the purchase of dental supplies for use at OPSAM in the amount of 423,931 pesos, and they recommended that it be small value procurement.
Any question or any comment on the small value procurement of these dental supplies for use of OPSAM?
Mr. Chair, dental supplies by its nature are not common office supplies. I respectfully move approval for this procurement, for this mode of small value procurement.
I second the motion, Mr. Chair.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded for the small value procurement on the purchase of dental supplies for use of OPSAM in the amount of 423,931 pesos is hereby approved. Okay, next item please, Secretariat.
Next item is from AIB. It's the purchase of 2 pieces trolley type pilot bag and 4 unit safety shoes, boots with protective steel, toe, etc. in the amount of 248,300 pesos. They recommended that it would be small value procurement.
Any comment from the members? Okay, there being none, any motion to approve?
I move for its approval, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Second, Mr. Chair.
Okay, it has been moved and approved on the small value procurement on the purchase of 2 pieces of trolley type pilot bag and 4 unit safety shoes, boots with protected steel by AIB in the amount of 248,300 is hereby approved. Okay. Next item please, Secretariat.
Next item, Mr. Chair, is from AIB as well. It's the procurement of 1 unit split type air conditioner and 1 unit projector, etc. in the amount of 700,000 pesos. And recommendation, small value procurement, Mr. Chair.
Any comment from the members?
Mr. Chair, may I butt in?
Yeah, go ahead please.
As stated, 1 split type and 1 unit projector. So I just assume na ito. Pero may we ask yung et cetera niya that will come out of 700,000? I just assume na ilagay.
Pa-flash na lang ng purchase request, please, Secretary.
I just assume, Mr. Chair, that once ito na yung mga pinaka-importante supposedly, pero 1 type lang eh. I should be, it should be several type that amounts to 700. So the et cetera, I just want to know the et cetera, which is ano mga yun? That,
End user, AIB, anybody from the AIB to clarify on the matters regarding the query of the member is General Milo from AIB. Anybody?
Wala yatang taga-AIB, sir.
Then
Based dun sa requisition and issuance slip nila, sir, or RIS, it includes as well projector, 1 unit projector, 1 unit color laser jet printer all-in-one, and 2 units camera with the specification, and 1 unit drone to be used by the AIB, Mr. Chair.
drone, Mr. Chair, drone, Mr. Secretariat? Drone.
Yes, sir, drone po.
Ayun, yun dapat ang may
Drone, camera, split type projector, tapos yung projector, Mr. Chair. Tsaka color laser jet printer.
Okay, Mr. Chair, that's all. I just want no more question.
Okay. For that matter, in the name of uniformity or formalities, Secretariat, the next time around, can we avoid using et cetera here? Paki-ano na lang, spell out lahat, ilagay lahat kung ano talaga yung mga nandito na ano.
Yes, sir, will do po.
We please avoid the word et cetera. Kung ano yung mga yan, spell out na lang natin, no?
Yes, sir, will do po. Duly noted
Okay,
po.
sige, thank you.
Will necessary put in our record, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, okay. So, any motion to approve yung requirement ng AIB regarding the unit split type aircon and others?
I move to approve, Mr. Chair, for small value procurement, the proposal of AAIIB, as these are not common office supplies.
Okay. Any second the motion, please?
Seconded, Mr. Chair.
Okay, it will be moved and seconded for the small value procurement of 1 unit split type air condition and several other items of AIB in the amount of 700,000 hereby approved. Okay, next item please, Secretariat.
Next item is from the procurement division, which is the supply and delivery of 7 units lateral cabinet in the amount of 35,000 and the recommended small value procurement, Mr. Chair.
Any comment from the members?
I move for its approval, specifically on item 3.7 to be small value procurement, Mr. Chair.
Wala.
Seconded.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded on the small value procurement of the supply and delivery of 7 units lateral cabinet of procurement division in the amount of 35,000 pesos hereby approved. Okay, next item, please.
Next item is supply and delivery of 25 units of uninterruptible power supply or UPS in the amount of 87,500 pesos. The procurement division recommended that it be shopping, Mr. Chair.
Any comment from the members? No comment. Any motion please to approve?
ANS. Oo, yung sa Red Hat.
Any motion to approve please on the supply and delivery of 25 units of UPS?
I move to approve, Mr. Chair.
I second the motion, Mr. Chair.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded on the shopping method regarding the supply and delivery of 25 units of UPS in the amount of 87,500 survey. Next item please, Secretariat.
Next item, Mr. Chair, is from the procurement division again, the supply and delivery of tables, chairs, and pedestal mobile, the amount of 29,500 pesos. And they recommend small value procurement.
Any comment from the members? If no comment, any motion please to approve?
I move for its approval, Mr. Chair, to be also the mode of procurement will be small value procurement, specifically on item 3.9.
Second the motion, Mr. Chair.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded for the small value procurement of the supply and delivery of tables, chairs, and pedestal mobile in the amount of 29,500 is hereby approved. Okay, next item please, Secretariat.
Next item is the procurement of 22 units computer printer in the amount of 197,600 pesos. The procurement division recommended small value procurement.
Any comment from the members, please? If no
I
comment,
move to approve. I move to approve, Mr. Chair.
okay.
I second the motion.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded on the small value procurement of 22 units computer printer in the amount of 197,600 pesos is hereby approved. Secretariat, go ahead please.
Next item, yes sir. Next item is the supply installation of acrylic for conference table in the amount of 23,800 pesos, and the procurement division recommended small value procurement.
Any comment please from the members?
I move for
Okay, Sir Miles, ikaw na po. Ako na lang mag-second. Sir Miles?
Oh, sila Diyos naman, tsaka si Ken.
Okay naman.
Para ma-record naman sa ma-record naman yung pangalan ni Diyos tsaka ni Ken.
Mr. Chair, motion to approve SBP as the mode of procurement for the supply installation of acrylic conference table.
Second the motion, Mr. Chair.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded on the small value procurement of supply installation of acrylic for installation of acrylic for conference table of procurement division in the amount of 23,800 is hereby approved. Okay, Secretariat, next item please. Last item.
Last item for the small value items is from the ATS, which is the purchase of 10 units cellular mobile postpaid for ATS facilities including Manila Tower, ATMC, and other facilities in the amount of 300,000 pesos, and the ATS recommend small value procurement, Mr. Chair.
Any comment from the members?
To the chair,
Yeah, go ahead please.
I would like to clarify yung 300,000 purchase lang ng handphones, or it is a 1-year contract for 10 units of each. Kasi direct kung kukuha ka sa provider, may libre namang phone. Ano yung cost na 300,000?
Sir
It's a
Joma?
good question, Sir Joma, because this can also be a subscription contract instead of SBP. No?
Yes,
Dapat
sir.
ang rules on the rules on procurement of utilities and telco, it would be more proper. Sir Joma?
Yes, sir, if I may. The purchase of 10 units is included the subscription. Naka 2.5 per month po siya. And ang particular tech specs po niya is yun pong with internet services and ang recording capability. So subscription po siya, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Any other comment from the members?
Mr. Chair, may I comment?
Yes, please.
Sir Jo Marie, if you have a 300,000 and you purchase at 10 units, more or less 30,000 each. Tama ako?
2,500 per month, sir.
Kaya I cannot, that's why the body is so 300 tapos 10 units. So kung i-divide mo on a layman's computation, 30,000 ang isa ang naka-allot doon. So may I just know the details of that 30,000, to connect that what you are telling 2.5?
Yes, sir. Bali, 2.5 per month times 12 is equal to 300,000. Subscription including the unit po, sir. Pwede pong maipakita ng BACSEC yung PR. Yan, 10, yung distribution list.
Sir Joma, ito yung distribution list, no?
Yes, sir.
IPR. Times 12.
Ang alam ko kasi Sir Jomar, what I know is that when you purchase lalo na postpaid, actually may promo sila na as long as you use that with the subscription kung kaano yung load niya, that's it. You can please reconcile yung the amount being allotted for each, which is 30,000.
Sino si?
Yes, sir. We will reconcile the monthly subscription of 2.5 per month, including the units and the features, including the internet and the recording capability of the unit, sir.
Oh, nakapag-Philjones naman yan, nakapag-submit siya eh.
2.5 per month po, sir. 2.5 per month ang isang phone.
2.5 per month.
To the chair.
Sige, go ahead, please, Raul.
Ano lang din, no, kasi dun sa 2.5 na per phone, kasi different provider have different promos. So siguro maybe we could also be a price na ano ba yung 2.5 a month? Is it normally kasi meron na ngayong unlimited call and text to all network, and then yung data plan, how many gig is that? Kasi like yung sa amin kasing ginagamit na unit ngayon, it's an old plan pero parang masyado ng lugi dahil yun nga, 2.5 unlimited call and text lang, tapos ang data is only 6 gig. Pagka nag-excess ka, bumili ka, hindi kahit may sobra ka doon sa ano mo, sa plan mo, still you have to pay additional. Medyo maloko tong mga providers. So siguro medyo anuhin lang natin
Hindi na, ang platinum 4.5 eh.
promo.
Pero ganun pa rin. 2.5, ano na yan, high-tech na yan.
Yes sir, pero yung 6 gig lang yung libreng data eh. Ang liit compared dun sa in-offer ngayon.
May I just butt in that this is just us doing a mode of procurement. So they will still get the best product within the budget available. Kasi under SVP rules, the end user will be required to present 3 proposals from the 3 different telco companies. Pero hindi na yun BAC ang mag-handle nun kasi SVP, it will be the canvassing committee with the procurement division. At dito ko sa atin, mood lang yung dinidesisyonan natin just to get things back on track. Thank you.
So with that siguro, papasok ba sa small value procurement o sa ano tawag dito, over-the-counter purchase o CP?
Sir, I believe that SVP is appropriate kasi below 1 million siya. So
below 1 million siya, pero however, yung how to procure it.
I don't think it, because it's a subscription, so it's not an ordinary office supply. It's not a supply of goods, but it is a contract for services. So small value procurement, it may be applicable for services. Sir. Hello, hello, sir.
Yeah. Any more comment from the members? Medyo for me kasi maraming based sa mga tanong ng query ng mga members, there are a lot of questions that might crop up somewhere along the way. So no problem for me, no problem with the small value procurement. However, when you will do that, a lot of questions, this is parang magnet ito eh. A lot of questions will be crop up. Yung nga, may nagsasabi na may mga plano na ng mga service provider na ganito, na ganan. How about naman ano ba yung talagang nito ang yung breakdown of ano natin ang expenditures o yung POA nitong na ito, nitong 2.5 na ito na sinasabi ng unit cost. Kung unit cost yan 2.5, so that makes 500 na lang yung matitira sa'yo. So what comprises the 500 pesos nowadays for a service provider? Anong pwede niyang ibigay sa 500 pesos na yun na natitira? So those were the questions that will arise from us. So pag nabili mo to, then what next? Baka lalabas dito, mapapamahal pa tayo. Tignan niyo, let's put that o yung gano'n na on that perspective siguro based from the questions that no problem with the small value procurement. However, what next? will come ano dito sa atin, dito sa mangyayari dito sa kuha nila, dito sa item na ito.
What's next for that, sir? If this procurement item, if it's SVP, it will be forwarded to the canvassing committee for processing, wherein they will then they will invite, they will send out a request for quotations to at least 3 providers, and the if proposal will be evaluated by the end user and recommend kung ano ang lowest, most responsive bid from those providers. Pero hindi na po BAC yun, that will be canvassing committee.
Doon na kay procurement division to.
Opo, sir. Kasi below 1 million.
Okay. Sige.
So with that, Mr. Chair, I respectfully move for SVP for the procurement project of ATS in subscription and of cellular phones. 1 year subscription to, Sir Joma?
Yes, sir. Normally, ang mga subscription po ng mga cellphones sa ating panahon ngayon ay nakalock-in po siya sa 2 year. So, for 2022, we will dagdag po sa aming budget po sa post mobile phones po for 2022.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Sige po. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Teka, before we are done, kasi kung if we gonna lock in 2 years period na yun, the purchase of 10 units of cellular mobile, di ba may kasamang cellphone na rin yun? So, bali maging venting cellphone to.
Yes, sir. I think that's why they put it in their label that it's purchase of 10 unit cellular mobile postpaid. So it could have been worded properly na the proper, I would have, dapat ang presentation should be subscription to telco for 10 mobile units, 10 units of postpaid cell phone. But this is essentially a service contract, a subscription contract. And I will also like to remind ATS that you should indicate in your TOR that this should be for a multi-year, a 2-year contract, not just 1 year. Pero tama naman to na yung budget na pinapakita nyo ngayon is for the first year alone. That's proper naman yun, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Chair?
Sige. Go ahead lang. May dinidiscuss lang ako on the side kasi.
Okay.
Yung mga possibilities eh.
All right. First of all, I respectfully move to amend the title of the project to subscription for postpaid contract for 10 mobile phones. Parang ganun. Attorney Buds, can you just amend the BAC resolution to reflect? I respectfully move pa pala. So if there is a second, that it be amended to reflect that it is a subscription contract. So it's not a purchase contract.
Yes, sir. Subscription of 10 units.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Will do po.
So I restate my motion. I respectfully move to amend the title of the project to subscription for mobile postpaid service contract for 10 units.
Wala.
About the mode for procurement, the mode of procurement, Attorney General. Nawala si Sir J.R.
Oo, nawala siya.
Sorry, my computer was malfunctioning.
Sige, you may continue.
Sir, I respectfully move to restate the title of the project to subscription of mobile postpaid services for 10 units cellular mobile phone for ATS. So subscription for mobile postpaid services.
Before we approve the motion here, anything, Juan, any comment from the end user? Jo Marie, or changing your instead your proposal is purchase of 10 units cellular mobile postpaid. Now we are changing it or amending it to a subscription for that matter. Any comment on that for the record?
I concur with the proposal of Attorney JS, sir.
Okay, sige. Let's put that on record that the amendment that's being moved into motion was the end user is amenable with the proposal. Okay. With that, sige, Attorney JR, you may proceed.
Yeah, that's my motion, sir. That's just my first motion. So if there can be a second.
Okay. Any second the motion, please?
I move. I
Second,
second
sir.
the motion for the amendment as stated by Attorney JR, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. This we move and seconded for the small value procurement and the amendments of the statement of the recommended purchase of 10 units cellular mobile postpaid into subscription of postpaid mobile phone or cellular mobile phone or ATS in the amount of 300,000 say by approved. Okay? That will be all. Just sort of reminder na next time yung secretariat, I just want to reiterate yung the word etc. Please spell out yung etc. na yon. And at the same time, yung end user, all end user that is concerned or involved here, kindly let them be present themselves here para hindi na sasayang yung oras saka yung effort natin nandito na lang madidefer pa yung mga ganun ba. So kindly see to it that one of their member should be present. So yun lang.
Yes, sir.
Any more
Julie,
comments of the other members on the yung sa natin ng mga small value procurement dito? If none, let's proceed to the item number 4.
Yes, sir. Item number 4 on the agenda is the eligibility check and opening of eligibility requirements for the procurement of certification services for CAP under ISO 901-2015 quality management system in the amount of 3 million pesos. This is a rebid. The end user is the Strategic Planning Office. Before anything else, it shall be informed that this eligibility check was moved from August 3 to this date, August 12, because of the absence of some items or attachments. Hence, bid bulletin number 1 was issued on August 2, 2021. And moving this submission and opening of eligibility documents to August 12. The same was posted in the PhilJEP's website. As per the records of the Bids and Awards Secretariat, we officially received the...
Secretariat,
Yes, sir.
before we proceed further, for the record lang rin, can we have some little background regarding on the first rebid? What happened to the first bidding of this one? Bakit siya na-rebid?
May I
Do you have
request?
any historical data why this item was rebid?
Yes, sir. Can I request the end user to further enlighten us with respect to the rebidding of this project? Ma'am Ruth?
Para lang may continuity ng historical natin.
Yes, Peter.
Yeah, please.
Yes, good afternoon po. Yung last, may failure of bidding po dati because I think nag-decide po yung BAC na hindi po nasunod ng 2 bidders yung requirement na may signature yung mga envelopes na required na may seal and signature ng bidders. So, hindi po siya tumuloy na.
So that's the reason why na-rebid siya. So walang pirma yung there's no
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
signature.
I remember that bidding day, sir, na the envelopes of the bidders were not signed and sealed, which was
Okay.
so it was not compliant to the bid documents that
Okay.
required that such documents should have the signatures of the bidders.
So tantamount to na disqualified na DQ yung dalawa.
Yes, sir. Ano tayo, forced to good kasi ano talaga, pass or fail criteria, non-discretionary. Na if you are not compliant to the forms, ano talaga, automatic disqualified. Sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much for that enlightenment, end user. Okay, Secretariat, you may proceed with your presentation, please.
Thank you, sir. As per the records of the BAC, Mr. Chair, we officially received the submit eligibility documents of Bureau Veritas on August 6, 2021 at 9:22 in the morning, Mr. Chair. Apparently, Mr. Chair, even though the bidder was notified through the PLGF's website and we're aware of this opening, no representative from the Bureau Veritas present today, Mr. Chair.
If there's no representative, what will be the implication of these findings natin? They just submitted their documents, however, there's no representative on it to clarify everything. So, what will be the implication on that, on our proceeding?
May I request the technical working group,
TWG, can you comment?
Attorney Dane.
Yes, we may proceed to open the envelopes, Mr. Chair, since their presence is not mandatory po.
Okay. With that, in the absence, the mandatory presence of the end user is not being asked here, so we might as well proceed with the proceeding. Okay, you may open the envelope or the documents, Mr. Secretariat.
Yes, sir. Kasi nandito yung sec. Wala sec. Nandito yung sec.
While opening the documents, Secretariat, please provide us the information. What will happen after here? What will the next procedures?
Yes, sir. With me is Engineer Michael Macabenta, Mr. Chair, the Vice Chair of the Technical Working Group, assisting in the opening of the eligibility documents, Mr. Chair. We will inform us what will be the next steps after the opening of the eligibility documents, Mr. Chair.
Okay, sige, please.
Okay, right.
So with regards to the next step po, we'll be providing you the details after we have checked the eligibility documents. If we determine if the bidder has incomplete or insufficient or have a complete eligibility document submitted.
Okay.
Respectfully requesting to proceed with the opening of the eligibility documents, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
So inside the envelope, there are 3 sub-envelopes. Um, Containing the original eligibility documents, copy 1, and copy 2. We'll proceed with the original opening of the original eligibility documents. Properly sealed and marked.
Ah,
First,
checklist.
first on the eligibility check is the eligibility document submission form.
Okay.
With regards to their Class A documents,
PhilJEP Certificate of Registration.
submitted.
Class A eligibility documents. SEC registration or DTI certificate. The same is already included in the list of eligibility documents. Mayor's permit.
On the Annex A of the list of eligibility documents of the PhilJEP's registration, number 1 is SEC certificate. Submitted. Since in the Annex A, the mayor's permit is has expired on December 31, 2020. We'll check if there is an attachment of an updated mayor's permit. City of Makati issued a business permit for Bureau Veritas with on January 31, 2021 with an expiration up to December 31, 2021. With respect to this document, the bidder has submitted the updated mayor's permit.
Next is tax clearance as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue.
Tax clearance certificate, Bureau Veritas. Certified true copy by the certified true copy. Tax clearance certificate submitted.
Audited financial statements, stamp received by the BIR.
Audited financial statements, BIR stamp. Submitted.
Okay. As to the technical documents, first is the statement of all ongoing government and private contracts within the last 3 years.
Statement of all ongoing and awarded but not yet started contracts submitted.
Next is statement of all completed government and private contracts.
Statement of completed contracts, government and private, submitted.
Next is the statement of the consultants.
With respect to the requirement, eligibility document requirement for statement of all of the consultants specifying its nationality and confirming um, that those who will actually perform the service are registered professionals authorized by the appropriate regulatory body to practice those professions and allied professions in accordance with Clause 1.2, including their respective curriculum vitae. This requirement has a prescribed format named TD Form 3. So, based on our inspection, they have not provided this um, requirement in the prescribed format, but um, they have submitted um, the appointment letter and curriculum vitae of the principals and key staff. Um, may I ask guidance with the TWG head with regards to this document? There's a prescribed format, but they did not um, submitted the form.
Mike, nasa EDS.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Apo,
Jane.
Nasa EDS.
I'll share the screen po. Secretariat, yun, I request that my screen be pinned.
Romar, kindly assist. Romar.
Mike, pwedeng palakihan.
Wait lang, Attorney Dane. Nais lang ni Romar yung sharing, yun.
Attorney Bads, for info lang sir, yung Operational Safety Division is presenting as I'm looking at my screen.
Attorney Dane, okay na po ba?
Yung 2.1A, tama ba, Mike?
Yung III po. Ito po.
Oo.
There's a, there's a prescribed period, prescribed format for the statement of consultants.
Ano yung sa BDS?
Uh, BDS. With regards to the specification of the requirements, regarding the submission of eligibility documents, will refer to the eligibility data sheet po. Ito po yung 2 point.
Kasi di ba meron din tayo before, dapat you read the whole PBD as a whole, di ba?
Sige po.
Pa-check na lang din kung may disqualification for non-compliance.
Okay po.
Technical working group, for the record lang rin, the question is yung ano ba yung format, ano bang format yung hinahanap natin?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Meron po kasing may attached form po tayo na dapat nilang sundin. Pero hindi po kasi nakaspecify din dun sa EDS if non-compliance will automatically result to their disqualification po.
Yeah, that will be my direction, line of yung question ko. Yung on that format, ano ba ang implication niyan? Once na hindi siya ma-comply doon sa hihingiin natin na trabaho sa kanya na service. Ano ba ang niya, magbabago ba yung mga ganon? Kung ano yung format na yon? O tatamount to talagang it's a disqualification kung hindi siya susunod sa sa format na yon.
On the format, the bidder shall state or specify the nationality and confirming that those who will actually perform the service are registered professional. So meron pong statement na specifying those statements po na regarding the nationality, and the bidder will confirm that those personnel are registered professional. So if we have not seen a form or a document stating that as replacement for TD Form 3.
Thank you, Mike. Mr. Chair, considering po na required po kasi to examine if they're eligible, yung mga information po na nakalagay dapat dun sa form po na naka-attach natin sa published bidding documents po.
I'll flash on the screen their appointment letter. If I think it does not suffice as a replacement to TD Form 3, and it is the appointment letter is per personnel, not in the list format like the TD Form 3.
If I may also add, Attorney Day.
Yes po.
Sorry po. Looking also at this appointment letter projected on the screen, yung pong letterhead nila is Bureau Veritas. To me, it appears self-serving yung yung kanilang certification na ini-issue. telling us that this person is certified to ISO 9001 2015 as lead auditor. So uh, I don't think this would really suffice as justification to prove their technical competence, no, in these standards. Yan
Thank you
po.
po.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, if I may, can the TWG make its recommendation na po?
Yeah, sige, please.
Sige po. Upon determination of the submitted bid eligibility documents po, the TWG finds the documents submitted by Bureau Veritas to be insufficient, incomplete po. Thus, the TWG respectfully recommends that the prospective bidder's eligibility be declared as failed and bidder Bureau Veritas be considered ineligible to participate to bid in this project.
Ano yung last statement mo?
Bidder Bureau Veritas be considered ineligible to participate in this project po.
Okay. Okay, any comment from the members based sa recommendation ng technical working group?
Mr.
To the
Chairman.
chair.
Sige, ikaw Raul muna tapos si Miles. Sige, Raul.
Sir, last document requirement na ba yung nag-disqualify kay Bureau Veritas? Kasi kung hindi, I think much better if we go on with the checking of their documents, and then after completely checking the documents, then siguro that's the time na yan natin na disqualify siya. Kasi baka hindi naman dyan lang sa dokumento na yan siya magdi-disqualify. So let's check it thoroughly prior to declaring as ineligible siya. Yun lang, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thanks Raul. Si Miles, do you have something?
Yes, sir. Hearing kanina from the TWD, may I just request from the TWD that for record purposes, to determine the disqualification and cite from a regulation or whatever that indeed they are disqualified. So that if and when, kasi as of this time, much as we wanted to move or second, we don't have anything because of we are online. May I just again manifest that the TWD to cite the disqualification and the reason why it was disqualified or the basis why it was disqualified for our appreciation, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, General Milo.
Yes, sir.
Anything,
If I may, sir.
Okay,
Sorry,
sige, Attorney Jane. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. For their disqualification, their failure, sir, to attach the statement of the consultant specifying its nationality and confirming that those who will actually perform the services are registered professionals. Sir, they failed to attach TD Form 3?
Correct, Attorney Ding.
Yes, sir. So, sir, it would be considered incomplete po.
For reference of everybody, I'll flash it on the document reader, the standard format for prescribed format for the statement of key staff for consulting services. There are two statements below. Should the personnel mentioned above are on call or not a permanent employee of the consulting firm, please provide evidence that the said personnel agreed to be nominated and nominated, and once the firm is shortlisted, the personnel will submit letter of commitment. The second statement is this shall be supported by um, curriculum vitae of each nominated key personnel. So, on the number one statement, um, the appointment letter does not acknowledge or haven't signed the acknowledgement that they are appointed to that position.
So, sir, the what they submitted does not comply with the requirement of the EDS, sir.
Requirement, ano yan? Requirement ng ano? Requirement ng...
Eligibility data sheet, sir.
So in the first place pala, let me clarify lang yung ano, no? Supposedly there's a checklist on this.
Yes, sir.
And part of the checklist na requirement natin, all the forms that it should be, all the forms and documents should be present on their document proposal or bid proposal. Tama?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, itong ko na to, statement of key staff for consulting services is part and parcel of the documents that was should be present on the checklist.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, with that siguro, yung rules na o reference na sinasabi natin na do, sinasabi ba do na yung isa dun sa isang isang any documents that being not being tawag dito not submitted or absent do sa checklist tantamount for disqualification?
Sir, during the eligibility check, sir, this is non-discretionary pass or fail, sir. So, should there be any document lacking, it would automatically be considered as an incomplete document, incomplete bid proposal, sir. So, sir, they would be considered ineligible na po.
Ganun. So, kahit na yung table of contents lang mawala, that means you're out, you're disqualified already, something like that.
Kulang po yung mga nasa required po under the checklist, sir.
Okay. So, nakasabi yun dun sa ano natin, sa IRR natin, sa implementing rules and regulations natin.
Yes, sir. And sa manual din po, sir.
Okay. So, but maybe that answers the question of Raul. Raul, are you amenable with yung explanation ng technical working group regarding your query?
Sir, I agree that only one, even only one document, they will be disqualified. But however, I just may I recommend to proceed with the checking of all the documents submitted, so that if there are other documents that are also non-compliant, we could include that in the report that not only one document is non-complying.
Okay. So, technical working group, ano ba yung recommendation ni Raul?
Sige, sir. Isa na lang po yung i-check po for Class B documents. Tama, Mike?
Bali po yung requirement for the technical document. There is an attachment po dapat. So, part of the bid eligibility document submitted by Bureau Veritas, part of the requirement na statement of key staff is the letter of letter of commitment for on-call, part po siya ng III na requirement. And for the remaining eligibility document, yung Class B na lang po na document, which is the, if applicable, the joint venture agreement between, uh, uh, in case of joint venture is already in existence. But with this, with Bureau Veritas, sole kwan po, company po.
Not applicable, sir.
Yung another query yung ano. If ever in the as we continue yung checking on ng lahat ng documents niya, if we find that yan lang ang kulang, since this is already the second bidding of this nitong activity na ito, itong requirements natin or procurement na ito. So, do the BAC has the power to or we have been an option to forego with those kind of requirements na that will not affect. Kaya nga tinanong ko kanina kung may makikita tayo, may tayo dito na makita na kulang o that will not affect naman yung performance niya or yung legalities ng natin, pagtatrabaho natin sa kanya, pakikipagtrabaho in the future will not affect. So, can we decide on that aspect? Just providing a scenario.
Sir, upon if this will be if our recommendation will be adopted, we will be issuing a notice of ineligibility, sir, and the bidder and Bureau Veritas will be given 3 days to file their MR, sir.
Okay.
In the event that we deny the MR, sir, since this is the second bidding, we can proceed with a negotiated procurement na po.
Okay, sige. So kayo nang pinapano kanina kay Secretariat kung ano yung mga magiging susunod na natin, action taken after here. So kung gano'n ang magiging natin, proseso natin dito. And yun nga, to continue din sa susundan ko lang yung final na tawag dito, na query ko. Yung yung legalities, which sabi ko kasi everything is procedural So are really yung legalities na natin kung itutuloy natin ito forgo with such kind of documents. So ganoon or kung natin siya. So doon papasok na yun sa tawag dito sa pag nag-motion for reconsideration na siya.
Yes, sir. So pag po nga nag-motion na po siya, tas na-deny po, bali, pwede na pong mag-issue ng resolution dun po na second failed bidding na po to.
Okay.
So, pwede na din pong mag-negotiated procurement na lang po.
Sige. Sige, are there any more queries or before we finalize the board resolution on this or BAC resolution on this?
None from my end, Mr. Chair. I adopt the recommendations of the TWG.
Okay, sige, thank you. How about Norik, si Jos, Raul, Miles? Okay, there being none, so any motion to approve yung or to adopt the recommendation of the technical working group here? Or anybody?
Yes, sir. Sir, I move to accept the recommendation of TWG.
Seconded.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded for the recommendation of the technical working group to disqualify the proponent here in the name of what's the full name of the Veritas company, to be disqualified for non-compliant with some of the documents that supposedly to be submitted in the eligibility documents for this item on the on the certificate, on the procurement of certification of services for CAAP under ISO 9001:2015, which is a quality management system. Hereby approved. Okay? Juan, anything more, Secretary?
On our end, Mr. Chair, we have no other matters to in our agenda unless the other BAC members have other matters to discuss.
From the members, any
None, Mr. Chair.
any comments, suggestions, or what?
None, Mr. Chair.
Oh, sige.
None.
Okay. Plan.
None.
So, Secretariat or Technical Working Group, kindly prepare na lang yung mga necessary documents to provide dito sa yung dito sa Veritas for their information and for our next activity. And again, short reminder for the Secretariat. So, number one, yung the next time yung yung presentation should be PowerPoint na tayo para hindi nahihirapan yung mata natin. Except yung ganito, pag meron tayong tinitingnan ng mga documents, except for this. Pero basically, yung lahat ng i-bid out natin o i-take up natin should be on a PowerPoint presentation siya. Tapos yung mga et cetera should be properly spelled out. And at the same time, yung isa pa dito, yung ang tawag dito, yung availability or presence ng mga end users dapat nandito sa atin sa loob. No? Just the same, yung tignan nyo nga yung ano yung pwedeng i-sanction natin, yung mga hindi uma-attend na end user. Meron ba tayong pwedeng i-sanction doon?
Meron naman, sir, administratively, we can warn them that their absence will constitute as a form of misconduct.
Second po. Secretariat, as I said, this is an official duty. So might as well, so we'll start from here. Let's provide in, notice of warning to the end user, just like to sa ANS. Sayang yung oras, sayang yung natin, and they were properly informed, I guess. Na kung nakalimutan whatever, that's their lapses. So, natin ito. Dapat medyo seryoso tayo dito sa mga ganitong activities natin. Kung titignan, kaya nga sabi ko, tinignan nyo, mga membership ng mga BAC natin, mga bossing din ito. Mga may mga posisyon. So you're taking our time here, our extra time to do this one, it's something. Ngayon kung babaliwalain lang nila, let them feel din yung natin, yung trabaho natin na ginagawa dito para hindi na babaliwala, hindi nasasayang. So yung mga ganun, no? Kasi nangihinayang ako Nangihinayang ako sa oras at sa time, and nandito yung natin, mga proseso natin, and yet parang ang feeling ko dyan, nababaliwala tayo or nababaliwala itong activities na to, or baliwala sa kanila yung kanila na yun, yung procurement na nila, talaga bang kailangan nila yon? Those were the questions. Kasi kung kailangan mo yan, susubaybayan mo yan. Kung hindi mo kailangan yan, kung wala lang, bahala na yan. Kung matuloy yan o hindi, wala na pa kami pakialam dyan, okay lang yun. So those were the things na pumapasok sa sa utak ko. So yung mga ganun, yun yung mga yung magiging assumption. Okay? So ayaw mo matuloy, huwag mo na lang atingan para hindi matuloy. So those were the things. So, Secretariat, those will be the, might be some of the changes kung hindi nyo ginagawa dati. So, gawin na natin ngayon, no? Yung mga ganun, let them, all the, yung notice of conference, tapos tawagan ninyo, sino nakausap. So, ganun, try to double or triple check in fairness din sa mga end user. So, para at least pag ni-remind natin sila, wala rin silang rason. So, Secretariat, kindly take note on that.
Yes, sir. Will do po.
Okay, sige.
Yes, sir.
So, kung wala na tayong other matters or other things na i-take up, that will be all for me. Thank you very much. Yes, meron ka? Sige.
Sir, one last lang. I think this is quite important. I've noticed sir, na may mga invitation ng COA, IAS. I noticed nandito si IAS, the Procurement Division, Philippine Chamber of Commerce, Andres Soriano Foundation representative. Number one, sir, si COA, may I ask the Secretariat kung mayroon silang rep?
None, sir. Wala
None,
pong
sir. Okay.
representative, including the other observers, except the Procurement Division.
How did we invite COA? Ito na rin, notice of meeting?
Yes, sir, and na-email po.
Sir, the rules provide that notice lang naman sa COA is sufficient. Decision po ng COA if they want to attend or not. Usually, sir, they only attend if there is very high value, mataas na ABC projects. That's when they usually
Yes, yeah, it's okay. It's okay, Attorney Jar. What I mean is that the manner on how we invite them. Since this is notice of meeting, I suppose this is only internal sa atin. Baka kasi ang isip nila, they are not part of this notice of meeting. Kasi ang alam ko doon, a letter or informal letter or formal letter has to be issued to them para they will be informed accordingly. Unless the Secretariat may say that the notice of meeting is okay for them.
Hindi. Tama yun, Miles. Tama yun. So, I assume kasi na ginagawa na natin yun. Pero however, kung hindi natin ganyan, let's do that. Kasi be reminded, COA is an although tayo co-located tayo dito sa same building, but however, they are different agency. Tatandaan natin. So, providing them a separate invitation siguro. So, what I know also, every bidding proper, a COA representative must be there. So, bahala na sila kung mag-decline sila, magpati sila, o hindi. Basta ang on our part, nabigyan natin sila ng invitation to join the bidding activities. So, siguro gumawa na lang tayo ng with that Secretariat.
Yes.
Gawa ka na ng template every time na para papalitan mo na lang doon kung ano yung ibibigay out doon, ano yung activity plus the date.
Yes, sir. We already sent the formal letter. May template po na sinusundan po yung Secretariat, especially sa mga outsider, including si COA po.
Yeah, okay. Kasi tama yung sabi ni General Milo, baka pinapadala lang natin dito yung notice of the meeting natin. No, internal lang sa atin to, tama yon. Dapat meron siyang separate na tayo, yung may logo ng CAAP na inviting si Juan, si Attorney Elsa, or his or her representative to join sa ganung bidding process natin. Dapat parating ganun.
Yes, sir. Bale, may template tayo.
Ikaw ba Secretariat ang mag-ano nun o si Proco?
Si Secretariat po. Secretariat po yung nag-prepare po, then disseminated po dun sa concern po na observers po.
Again, ilang tatanungin ko nga dapat dun dapat hindi Secretariat dapat si Procurement Division Kasi hindi naman tayo opisina Yun ang sinasabi ko. Hindi tayo opisina. Community tayo. Dapat yung opisina yan na nag-i-invite sa kanya. Tignan ninyo na naman yan, yung na yan natin, baka naman Kaya na-overload si Secretariat. Tingnan ninyo. Kung a-accruing mo Secretariat, okay lang. Pero tingnan ninyo
Yes, sir. From time to time naman po ngayon, sir, we're already closely coordinating with the procurement division on all matters being handed out for procurement. So,
Kaya nga. Pero ang sinasabi ko sa iyo, hindi tayo opisina.
yes, sir.
We're a committee. Okay? So dapat merong opisina na nagte-take charge sa mga ganyan. At anong opisina yon? So you can help them, pero however, dapat hindi tayo opisina. Kasi pag nagpadala ka ng ano, ibig sabihin, ako na yun eh. Nakita mo, Juan? Attorney Buds, ako na yun. Pag sinabi
Yes,
Bravo, ako na yun. Kasi ako yung chairman. Ako ba talaga mag-i-invite sa kanya? O si Procurement Division? Na ka-up. Ang dinadala ni Procurement Division is ka-up eh. O, tingnan niyo yung ano yun. Yung ano na.
Yes, sir. We'll look at it po. We'll look at it po. Ano po.
Kasi committee tayo eh. Hindi tayo opisina. Tandaan nyo.
Yes, sir.
Yan ang pagkakaiba natin ni Procurement Division. Sila opisina, tayo committee. Kumbaga, sinasabi ko nga sa inyo, taga-ano lang tayo. Tayo ang taga-procure. Kung anong binibigay sa atin ni Procurement Division na ano, tayo ang magdi-deliberate lang. After deliberation, tapos na trabaho natin. Nakita nyo? Or who says otherwise? Para klaro tayo. Para klaro tayo. O mali yung ano ko, mali yung sa pantaha ko. Attorney Buds.
Sir, I quote Attorney Dane. Tama ka palagi.
Attorney Dane. Ikaw talaga, Attorney JR, iniwasan ko lang tanong si Attorney Dane.
Asensya na, sir.
Pinupunta mo pa rin sa kanya eh. Attorney Dane.
Asensya na, sir. No further comments na kami, sir. Okay lang naman yan that the processes are being...
Okay. Attorney Dane, ano masasabi mo?
Sir, to reiterate, tama ka palagi.
Nako, delikado tayo dyan. Sige, hindi na kita i-recommend.
Attorney Dane, you are not allowed to second the motion yourself, no? Otherwise, na kasi niya sinabi, sir. So,
sige,
you just defended it yourself.
Hindi kita i-recommend.
Yung sila, ano yan?
I-recommend ko na ba to o ano?
Yes, please, sir.
Gano'n? Wala eh. Parati daw akong tama eh, patay. Yari tayo dito. Nakikita ko na yun eh. Kung ano ibig sabihin na yun eh. Sinabi ko
lang ng totoo, sir.
Inaan ko lang kasi medyo kasi nakikita ko minsan kasi overloaded si secretariat. Siyempre, this only branch out lang ito ng from the main trabaho dito sa CAAP plus extra curricular activities ito. So yung ganon. So inaano ko lang para at least yung natin yung division of labor ba ma-unload din ng konti sa yung sa secretariat So yun ang inano ko. So kung siguro wala na any motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn, Mr. Chair. Sige, sir. Sir Miles, I second it.
Sige.
Move to adjourn, Mr. Chair.
Second, sir.
It has been moved and seconded for the adjournment of the BAC Bravo meeting is hereby approved. Sige, ingat kayo. Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
Baka tumagal ka. Marami pa akong mga tanong kay Attorney Dane eh. Sige na.
Thank you, sir. Thank you po.
Thank you, sir.
Ingat kayo. Ingat. Sige.
Safe, sir.
Sige.
What's the